What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this, we're going to go ahead and talk about DanMachi Memoria Freese. That is the name of this game because I get asked a lot because a lot of people apparently want to play it. It's an awesome game, by the way, but I've gotten a lot of questions asked in that how can you do a lot of different things. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and just go through a mini series where I show you guys and give you guys a few tips that I've learned along the way of playing the game. I'm not the best at it, right? But still learning the game, and I want to give you guys a few tips on how you can be better, how your characters and your box can be better, and all of those other little intricacies of just, improving your character list in this game. So that being said, we're going to have this one, we're going to have other ones such as like characters you would want to summon or keep, etc, etc. So make sure you do consider subscribing for more content on this game. Also hit that like goal for me of 350 likes for this video, and share with your friends as well if you want to get them into the game. Now the game is quote-unquote worldwide, but it may not be available in some regions right now, so thank you for your patience. The community heads have told me they are working on that. And speaking of the community, there is an official Discord server down below in the description. You can go ahead and take the time to join and chat it up with the people there, the community for this game. So, when it comes down to improving your characters, what better way to start than by level enhancement? So basically what this is you take a character, and I'm actually going to go ahead and filter this out to where I don't see my assist characters, but pro tip, you want to do it to your assist characters as well, because assists, which I'll talk about in a different video, are actually very important in this game. They make a tremendous difference to what you're able to accomplish. But we're going to go ahead and take my bathroom princess Ice, aka Bay, and I've already went ahead and expanded her rarity up to 5 stars right now, and we're going to work on getting her to 6 stars in this video as well. But you want to go ahead and use the Exilia. Now you can just go ahead and max it out. It'll just use what you have available, and I'm going to do that. It does actually cost a lot of the in-game coins to do a lot of what we're going to do in this video. So she is now max level. Of course, because of that, her stats do go up as well, MP, HP, etc. So she is officially max level. And if you're wondering on how to get those, I believe you can get them from story missions, completing missions as well over here in the missions tab, or the most prominent way you're going to go ahead and pick up those Exilia books is by coming over to the boost stage, clicking on Exilia. I had to actually unlock this today. It is available for 1 hour whenever you use one of these orbs to unlock. Aside from that, I think it's available on the weekend just naturally, so make sure you do take the time to do that. Now, if you're somebody that's just starting out, of course, you're going to want to play on normal difficulty, run it about 10 times back to back. This game gives a lot of stamina and a lot of stamina refill items just daily, so there's no reason, again, not to use your items to do that. So take the time to do that. Get this grind the stage repeatedly until you can get it done, and level up your characters, and then move on to the hard stage. Do the same thing here, and then eventually you'll be able to do the same thing for very hard, because very hard will do 2 things for you. It'll give you the most, well, a few things actually. It'll give you the most rank experience, which I'll talk about in a separate video. It'll be a short one, to be honest, because there's not a whole lot when it goes into ranking. It'll give you the most character experience. If you have a character on your team that's not already max level, you take on this stage, it'll give you a very solid amount of character experience. And it also gives you the bigger books as well for the Exilia, because you saw there was 3 different levels of Exilia books. You can even see it in the image to the left. The best one, the biggest one, does give you well, not the biggest one, because I imagine they're all the same size, right? But no, the best book does give you the most experience. So we're going to go ahead and run through this stage really quickly, and let the characters basically solo it because they can at this point. I'm still working on my account personally, but I wanted to save some of the things I need to do to show you guys, what you need to do in terms of this game. We got the small Exilia book and the medium book, so I guess there are different sizes. Oh man, so I guess the large one would be the good one. So you get the large one more prominently from that other stage, but I believe it can also drop on this stage just with a lower chance. I just picked up 2 smalls and 1 medium there, so it seems on this stage you get more books than on the regular just normal stage, but you get more of the medium sized, so that's pretty good, because the medium ones are very useful. They give a nice amount, just like any other game. When it comes down to training items, like if you've played Dokkan or things like that, they have a training system in other games, but the lower level training items don't give you a whole lot. So we got 4 and 4 of both of the lower 2 rarity books, so that's pretty cool. So that is how you go ahead and get character level up. But what happens whenever your character's already max level, right? If your character's max level, depending on the rarity, the max level will change, right? It doesn't really matter what rarity they are, they have a max level. And whenever your character does hit max level, what do you need to do? So when they hit max level, you actually have the chance of upgrading their status. So if you come over to the status board, you can go ahead and release these nodes. You can do it individually if you would like to, but this requires Falna. As you see, it's going to use 2 Falna for this one node, 2 here, so on and so forth. And again, equating it to Dokkan, because I know I have a large audience for that game, if this is something akin to the potential system, you know, where you start off with nothing, you grind up the materials, and you can go ahead and invest those into the characters that you would like, and then they're able to get new skills later on in the grid and even rank up. And rank up allows them to go up a rarity. And you can actually go ahead and press release all. I actually don't have, wow, I don't have 6 of, what is that, the green one. I don't have 6 of the agility one. That's actually really unfortunate because I'd be able to make her 6-star here. And I'll have to go ahead and show you guys how to grind Falna. But for all intents and purposes, in terms of this video, we'll do it, we'll hit the release all over here on this character, because I'm pretty sure I had enough to get this done. As you see, these are actually different ones. So there's different types of Falna too, as far as like, not so much different types, because I already kind of showed that there are different ones. These are STR, these are Magics, these are Endurance. There's different ones, yes, and in terms you have to farm different stages, which we'll get to in just a minute. But there also are different sizes, as you see. Just for the left side, the Magic ones are small. Then in the middle, there's the medium size and there's a large Falna. And then each column, there's different sizes as well. And you do need Hero Falna to go ahead and get your characters up to 6-star rarity. But let's go ahead and just click Release All, because that's the short way to fill in basically 100% on this character's max level grid right now. He did pick up the skill. We're going to click Rank Up. This will allow him to go up to 4-star rarity. Now, if you want to do this again, it'll immediately show you the next one. You can technically do it if you have, you know, the materials, which I, again, need to farm some more of those agility ones. But you do need to go ahead and proceed to level the character up to max level, because it will not let you do this and rank them up to the next rarity if they're not already max level. And I believe every character has the potential to become a 6-star in this game. So that's pretty cool. It's one of these games where just every character can be useful, but the naturally good characters, because if you do summons, they come out at 3 and 4-star, 4-star being the highest summonable rarity as far as I know. But if you do summons, the naturally good characters, they're always just going to be better characters. I mean, it just is what it is. That's just how these games work. But in terms of Falna, for the second part of this, I showed you guys how Falna works, but I want to show you guys how to farm it. So, pro tip, again, take the items and use the items to unlock these stages if you need to. There's not really much reason not to. It seems every day they unlock 2 stages, so that's pretty cool. Today I have Magic and Skill ones available. Skill are the ones that you need to pick up the skills, as the name would imply. Otherwise, on the weekend, they're actually all available on Sunday, so that's pretty awesome too. They're all available on Sunday, and just like the other items, the Exilia books, go ahead and just progress through it. If you can only do normals, play normal stage, get that done. There's no support available, so you can't take a really busted friend and try to solo it, unfortunately, on these stages. But work your way through, get to very hard, and then when you get to very hard, we're going to run this on solo. You can actually go ahead and acquire more and then larger material as well. So this is kind of like another two-folded thing where it gives you more rank experience. It costs more stamina, of course. It gives you more character experience and things of that nature. So they all kind of tie into improving your characters. And there's one final element that we need to talk about in this video that we will talk about in just a moment once we are done running the stage, of course. But nonetheless, I want to take this moment to say that this is honestly one of my favorite games. I really enjoy this game. I'm working on it hard, and I want to just continue to bring you guys content, and that's what this channel is geared towards. It's not only Dragon Ball, but I will say if you sub for this game, please be advised that it's not the only game I'm going to play. You will see a lot of stuff in your sub box, and that's not a bad thing. At least I don't think it is, but that's just what I want to do with this channel. And there's Hestia, everybody's bestia, but of course Ice is bae for me because I'm a man with culture. Anyways, so that is how that works for Falna. You get different types of Falna, and then you feed them into the characters. Another little minor tip, if you don't have the Falna to go ahead and just fully unlock a character's status board, go ahead and do it in increments. Like you see, I did that here. Just kind of do it in increments. Work your way through it and improve the stats that you want on the character. To begin, they all play into different things. The STR, the Magic, you know, they play into different things, but you can kind of upgrade a character incrementally and then make them better overall over time. Or you can do it on several characters at once. Like, say you have a lot of physical attackers, you want to funnel into the STR for all of them, and you'd be good, and then you just kind of make your way through it and then upgrade them in time. And again, make sure that you don't forget, because I've been forgetting, make sure you don't forget that support characters also have access to one of these. In fact, I can show you right now, actually, for this Hestia, that the same thing applies to the support characters. Literally everything I've showed you applies to supports as well. You have to do the same for supports. They are just such good characters in this game. They help out the main hero a lot, the assist characters there. So for the final little element in this, I'm going to talk about limit breaking. So once you have a character at max level, max rarity as well, they open the opportunity to go ahead and limit break, which is on the status board. You might have already picked up notice to it. We're going to come over to Bell and we're going to click limit break. Now, this will max up his max level by 4. So he'll go from being able to be a max of level 64 at, max rarity, of being a max of 60 to 64 at max rarity. Every character has the opportunity to do this. Now, the way that you do this, you need bonds. The way you get bonds is by summons. So you need bonds to get, the limit break up. But once you do it, obviously, all this stuff is actually very expensive. It's going to cost me 30,000 of the gems here. Or apparently you have the option to use an item, which I'm sure you don't get very often. But naturally, you would need a bond for this character. Now, let me go ahead and show you a character that I'm pretty sure I have a bond of. We actually already have taken a look at him earlier, and I do have one here. So if I use the bond, which I actually apparently need to max level him, so we're going to do that. Okay, either I need to max level him or I need to wait until he is max rarity. Okay, level 40. Cool. So we're going to come over to here and, oh, there's a button for status board here. Still learning a little bit about it. Okay, use a bond, release all status board cells and max level to limit break. So yes, you do have to unlock all of the cells on the status board, excuse me, which I can't do, so never mind, I think. Right? Yeah, I can't do it. So yeah, you do need to do that in order to use the Falna, or excuse me, to limit break. So rip me, but basically, long story short, all that does is increase the character's max level cap, which in turn increases their stats and things of that nature. But anyways, that has been this video, this showcase of DanMachi Memoria Freese. Again, the game should be available for all of you guys to pick up and download. If it isn't, I can't tell you, but I will tell you that you can go ahead and get it on like an APK or things of that nature. The only issue with that is make sure that whenever it comes out officially in your region, if it hasn't, that you do have a transfer code set up and just kind of move to the official app so you can just keep it updated and things of that nature. You don't have any issues. That's what I would say. So anyways, thank you. Appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you do share the video with your friends if they are interested in this game, and hit that like goal of 350 likes for your boy. Have an awesome day.